Hi, it's Sue from the Unicorn Advisory, your trusted Kajabi expert with a Kajabi quick tip for you. Now, I do love me some automation, and Kajabi thankfully makes automation awesome, especially things like email automation. There are so many things that you can do with automations, and today we are going to be focusing on when link in email broadcast is clicked, and then we're going to choose a link. We'll just choose that link. Hopefully there's one in here. We'll just pretend this is the one. Then we're going to trigger an action, and there are lots of different actions that we can use. Things like granting an offer if you've got something free, subscribing people to an email sequence, or even unsubscribing them to an email sequence if you want them to opt out, registering to an event that is perfect for one-click webinar or challenge registrations, add a tag, remove a tag, even send a single-use coupon. There are lots of cool things that you can do with automations and emails. It's pretty much the same action for all of them, so I'm going to show you quickly how you can set it up and be automating your emails to your heart's content. Now, the first step when you are adding an automation is that you will need a page to send people to. You need a link. Now, it doesn't have to be a Kajabi page, but the most common things that I do for automations are some kind of preference update or sending people to a thank you page if I want to register them for an event, a challenge, a freebie, and you're probably going to have that thank you page set up already for people who are actually going to fill out the form. But people on your email list, they don't need to fill out the form. They just need to go straight to the page. Now, this one is a preference update page. Pretty easy, just saying exactly what's going to happen. So I have one of these preference pages. They are pretty much exactly the same for every single preference update that I have. Sometimes I'll just have a general one. Other times I'll make it more specific and I just change the text on the page. I will need the link for the page. So I'm going to come out and grab the link for that, and we'll come into edit details and just copy the link. The link is going to need to go into the actual email. So we're going to pop this link into the email. So we're going to pretend this is our email, and there's a thing saying, hey, if you don't want to get this, anything else about Kajabi quick tips, click here and you won't get any more emails. And so they're just going to update their preferences so that you don't have to then, they don't have to unsubscribe altogether. So I've got this button, we're going to pop the link into here, and then we're going to save. So you can use this for so many situations. But yeah, this is probably my most commonly used ones, is to set up this opt-out link, because Kajabi, we've got unsubscribe or not. It would be nice if we could have update your preferences and people could choose what they wanted to be subscribed to, but alas, we can't. So this is the next best thing. So once you have added the link into the content of that email, come and set up an automation. So what we want is when link in email broadcast is clicked, and then we want to choose the specific link, and that is why we have to add that in there first. So now we're saying, all right, this email preference update, then we are going to do something, and this is where you choose the something. So usually if it's some kind of preference update, I will add a tag that says no blah 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 promo. But sometimes it might be that your trigger, say for example, my newsletter, how I segment people on the newsletter is that they have a tag saying newsletter. So if they choose not to get the newsletter anymore, I actually then have an action to remove the tag, and very easy. You could also do so many other things. We could get totally crazy with this. There's lots of options, but you can choose what the next step is. Registering to an event is another really common and helpful one. So we'll choose, this time we are going to add a tag. We're going to say no. Oh, look at that. We've got no blah blah promo. So we're going to add the tag no blah blah promo. And so what will happen is when someone clicks on this tag that will say opt out, I probably wouldn't put an opt out link in a button. I've got to be honest. I'd probably put it within the text, but it doesn't really matter. You then need to make sure that your emails that are going out for the promotion exclude anyone who has that tag. But as soon as someone clicks on that, that tag is going to be instantly added. So we just save and continue, send it out as normal. You can set up as many actions as you want, as many automations as you want on each email. Now, something to bear in mind is you can have additional automations on top of automations. So maybe you want to add a tag and subscribe someone to a sequence. Maybe you want to add a tag and register them for a webinar and send a sequence. So what you can do is have automations that come off the original one. You can put all of the automations into one email, but if you're doing the same thing regularly, it might be quicker just to add a tag, and then when tag is added, then that will trigger other things. So you can come into automations, and we could have when tag is added, and we might have the no blah blah tag, no blah blah promo tag, then unsubscribe from an email sequence. And we could choose a sequence to unsubscribe them from. We could add another tag. We could register them to an event. We could subscribe them to a different sequence if that was the case. We could, do lots of other things. Send an email update saying thank you so much, we've registered that you won't be getting any more emails about the promotion. Probably wouldn't do that. I'd probably just stick to the add/remove tags, and unsubscribe from email sequence is really, really helpful if your promotion is going out as a sequence and not broadcast. But you can double those up, triple them up. You can do as many things as you want off the back of that one tag, which can go through the email. And something to bear in mind as well, sometimes you get that situation, it is super, super frustrating, where you had the best intentions and you added the link and then you forgot to do the automation. You're like, no, and the email has gone out, and alas, it's gone, and you do not know whether anyone has clicked. Well, thankfully in your emails there is a click report. So if you go to reports, then click report, you can actually go through and set up triggers afterwards. So if you forgot, if you're like, damn it, I wish I had done that, do not worry. Come in here, click onto this. It will show you all the names of all the people who clicked, and then you can add a tag or subscribe to an email sequence. That's the only actions that you can do in here. But if you forgot to set up that automation, you can do it after the fact. Just something to bear in mind if you are doing that though, is that it will only add the tag to the people you see here. So I wouldn't rush to do that straight after you send the email, because often people can click that days after you sent the original email. So it might be something that you wait a little bit of time and then either add the tag or subscribe to an email sequence. And that is the very quick rundown of using automations in emails. I will go into some specific use cases and step you through individual things in upcoming Kajabi quick tips, but I just wanted to give you a quick overview because it's so, so helpful, and there are so many awesome things that you can use it for. You can grant access to programs for free mini courses. You could even send a single use coupon, which is really cool if you have someone in a sequence and you say, hey, would you like this free gift? And they click on it, and it will automatically send them out, a 10% coupon for a product. Or even if it's some kind of special day, maybe it's your birthday and you only want to give the 10% or 20% off or whatever you're doing to people who actually are going to click. And getting people to click is a really good thing. So definitely lots of ideas of things that you could do with your automations on emails in Kajabi. Now, if you would like more Kajabi help, I am here for you. Please do subscribe to this channel or get on the Quick Tips newsletter list. Every weekday, I send out a quick tip directly to your email. You can register for that at theunicornadvisory.com/quick tips, and you'll get a dose of Kajabi inspo in your inbox every single weekday. Sue here from the Unicorn Advisory. See you next time.